Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is your boy Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness podcast. Welcome back, welcome back. My apologies for the first live. The title and the live was wrong. For some reason, it did not take the new title. So it was stating that I had a guest that I did not have today. I had it previously, so I had to restart the broadcast so that the title is correct. Now, let me know if the title is showing properly. It should say Saturday evening, 49er chatter, latest Niner news. That's what it should be saying on the title. My apologies for the first one. Javier Rios, good evening, brother. Good evening. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the show. Well, everyone, welcome back. Dina Harvey, welcome. Good evening. Good evening, Dina. How you doing? Good to hear from you. Good to see from you. Evening, Niner family. My feet are wiped. Thank you. Smash that like button for your man, Beto. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, everyone, smash that like button for me. Sir, thank you for bringing it up. Thank you for letting me know. I did. Somehow it switched on me. I would have continued to proceed with the live under the wrong title. And I appreciate you correcting me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Correct heading. Okay, thank you, Javier. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Smash that like, and like I like to say it. Please wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button for me. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. David Williams is in the house. How you doing, David? Good to see you, David. Good to hear from you, brother. How you doing? Welcome, welcome to the show. No worries. Thank you. Truly appreciate it, though. I wipe my feet as well. Oh, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Javier Rio says, got a pit burning with some fajitas and watching the best movie ever made, Bloodsport. Bloodsport. Who's that with, Javier? And by the way, fajitas on a burning pit sounds delicious. Josh, welcome back, Josh. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, I just wanted to come on here and just talk 49er football, wearing my poncho, my 49er poncho, and staying nice and warm on the Saturday evening. I wanted to talk a little bit of 49er football. And the latest thing that I've heard, and I mentioned this earlier, was the Rams signed OBJ. And they signed him for the intention of having 3 receivers on the roster. Unfortunately for them, on Friday practice, Robert Woods suffered an ACL injury, and he is done for the year. Now, I'm not a Rams fan, but I never wish injury on anybody. So I hope for a speedy recovery for Robert Woods, for him and his family. That is tough, man. Oh, Van Damme. I like his movies. I like his movies. Vinny, how you doing, Vinny? Welcome, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Good to see you. Welcome. Christopher Villalobos is in the house. My boy Christopher, how you doing, sir? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping by tonight. Christopher says 3-5 gonna finish 10-7. Get that 7th seed. Listen, I understand that the 49ers have not played up to par. I know we have struggled. I know Kyle Shanahan has been questioned about his coaching. D'Amico Ryans have been questioned about his coaching. We have dealt with injuries. And we are 3-5. That is correct. We are 3-5, but we are not out of this. We are not out of contention of the playoffs. If you look at the Vikings, if you look at the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, those teams don't strike to me as being good teams. Now, the Niners have a great roster. They just got to put it together. They got to put it together. Kyle Shanahan needs to run the ball effectively. Now, real quick, the game against Arizona. Now, I understand. I understand that we have abandoned the run. Previous games before, we started to abandon the run. Kyle wasn't determined to run, and that was an issue. But Kyle started to get back to the running game. Now, the game against Arizona, we did not run the ball much. But in this particular case, it wasn't because Kyle abandoned the run. It was simply because we fell behind quickly due to turnovers. When you turn over the ball like we did, and we fall behind 17-0, you're going to intend to pass the ball more than run. So I don't take that away from Kyle not running as much against Arizona. The good news is that Brandon Ayuk has been stepping up, right? Brandon Ayuk has been stepping up. He's been playing better. That is exciting, 49er faithful. Brandon Ayuk is back. Kittle is playing better, healthier, I should say. Deebo Samuel. We got Jeff Wilson Jr. coming back to complement Elijah Mitchell. Now, the concern is going to be the offensive line, particularly the right side of the offensive line. Who's going to be right tackle? Is it going to be Brunskill? Are we going to bring Aaron Banks and put him at guard to move Brunskill? Is it going to be Compton? God, I wish it's not Compton. Are we going to move Jalen Moore from left tackle to right tackle? What are the Niners going to do on the right side of that football offensive line? That is a concern. Who should we put there? Because I hope it's not Compton. Compton is, my goodness, it cannot be Compton. For dear God, I hope it's not Compton. You'll hear about John Lynch go after Fred Warner. You'll hear about John Lynch go after Fred Warner. Go after him in what way? Like yell at him, correct him, or went after him as he was the reason why we drafted Fred Warner? Can you please specify on what you mean about going after Fred Warner? I'm just saying anything can happen. No. And you're right, Christopher. Listen, I like that you're positive. We need positivity with the 49ers. You know, we've heard it's a bad team. We're not a good team. And that's probably true. But anything can happen on any given Sunday. Now, one thing we do know, Kyle Shanahan plays chess while Sean McVay plays checkers. Now, the Rams have Matthew Stafford at quarterback instead of Jared Goff. Yes. They added OBJ, which I don't know if he's going to play. Maybe now that Robert Woods is out. But OBJ is washed up. He's not the same guy that left New York to Cleveland. The Niners play the Rams very well. With all the misdirections that Kyle Shanahan calls, he's going to do whatever he can to help out that offensive line, mainly in the right side. Because they're going to put Von Miller on that right side, but we're going to do a lot of misdirection, calls. And I don't care what the record is. The Niners always play the Rams good football. Just like we struggle to play against Arizona, we play very well against the Rams. Now, am I going to say that we're going to win this game? I don't know. But even Vegas has the Rams at 3.5 favorites over the Niners. The Rams just got beat at home by Tennessee without Henry. Matthew Stafford had a bad game against Tennessee. So, can we win this game against the Rams? Absolutely. Is it going to be tough? Yes. But Kyle Shanahan has always coached his best coaching when it comes against Sean McVay. If you recall last year when we played the Rams the second time, we were playing with backups. Absolute backups. Right? And yet, we found a way to beat the Rams. So I am with you, Christopher. The Niners have a great chance of beating the Rams on Monday night. I don't buy it 1 minute that we're going to get killed by the Rams. Oops, hold on. They slept on them, no doubt. So we had to play catch up, and we aren't built. Yes, agreed. Jose Avila, what are you doing? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream, brother. Man, to be honest, our D-line is overrated. Well, listen. Javon Kinlaw is truly missed in that D-line. Okay, we're not talking about DeForest Buckner. DeForest Buckner is no longer here. He is gone. He is with the Colts. But Javon Kinlaw, yeah, he's not your sack guy. He's not going to get all these sacks, but the guy is great against the run. The guy can handle 2 defenders and still handle his business. DJ Jones, Streets, and Kevin Givens, they get manhandled, don't they? They get tossed like rag dolls, and that's a problem. It is a problem with your D tackles are getting pushed. The only one that does not get pushed around is Eric Armstead. Say what you want about Eric Armstead, whether you like him or you don't. Eric Armstead does not get pushed around when he plays inside. He is a beast. He penetrates. He's able to take on two linemen and handle them. He doesn't get tossed. If you look at the all 22 and you look at how Streets gets tossed, how Givens gets tossed, that, my friends, does not happen to Eric Armstead. Now, we're not going to get into the argument of, well, we should have kept DeForest Buckner and not Eric. It is what, listen, should have, could have, would have. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't. The fact is, DeForest is not here no more. Eric Armstead is. And we got to do the best with what we got. But to the point of Jose Avila, is our D-line overrated? Nick Bosa and Eric Armstead are probably the only 2 that are playing good football. So yes, we can definitely be overrated, Jose. Khalil Young, how you doing, sir? Welcome. Jalen Moore. Okay, so you're for Jalen Moore to move him to that right tackle. Now, given that he's played well at left tackle, anybody that's really played football needs to understand that just because you play well at left tackle, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to go to right tackle and just play the way you play left. There's adjustments from left tackle to right tackle. And hopefully, Jalen Moore can make these adjustments. Because if he can, it'll be good for us. Absolutely. I don't get the lunch comments. Oh, you mean the Lynch comments on Warner. He's blaming his players like Kyle and Fred, which I agree is not having his all-pro season, but they are not much better at their jobs than Fred. Now, let's keep these into perspective. Fred Warner is struggling a little bit. But in my opinion, the reason why he struggles is because our D tackles are getting manhandled. The D tackles on our front line are not doing their job. And because they're not doing their job correctly, it affects Fred Warner. And say what you want about number 51, Ashir. He's okay, but he's no Dre Greenlaw. We are missing Dre Greenlaw. When Dre Greenlaw comes back, you're going to see the elevation of Fred Warner. Fred Warner plays better alongside of Greenlaw than he does alongside of Shair. And you need to understand, the D tackles got to do their job in order for the linebackers to do theirs. Fred Warner needs to roam freely. He needs to roam freely, sideline to sideline, to do his job. He cannot do that when the D tackles are being blown backwards and mishandled by offensive guards. So do I put the blame a lot on Fred Warner? Absolutely not. We are missing Greenlaw, and our D tackles are being pushed back. And that, my friends, is a problem why Fred Warner may be struggling a little bit. Roberto Hastings, welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? David Williams says, anything can happen. A lot of upsets this year. Miami beat Baltimore. Jacksonville beat Buffalo. Now, the Jacksonville beating Buffalo was truly an upset. I don't know about the Ravens this year. I don't know if Miami beating the Ravens was truly an upset. I think people are starting to figure out Lamar Jackson. Defensive coordinators are starting to game plan properly against Lamar Jackson. But I do agree that Jacksonville beating Buffalo. And also, the Broncos, without Von Miller, going into Jerry's world, the Dallas Cowboys, and beating the Dallas Cowboys at home. And don't get it twisted. Those 16 points that Dallas got, they got those in garbage time. So it should have been 0 for the Cowboys. Let's not get it twisted, my friends. I agree. Eric Armstead is a great run stuffer, but he should not be getting paid for his type of play. That is all pro money. Yes, true. I agree. There's no argument there. No argument there. But if you notice with Eric Armstead, when you got two DNs that play route, in 2019, when you had D Ford and Nick Bosa coming from the outside and putting pressure, that year, Eric Armstead had his best year. There's only penetration from one side, which is the side that Bosa is putting in. Bosa is not getting no help from number 56. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but the kid that went from Arizona to the Cardinals, that linebacker / defensive end, Roderick, I believe is his name. He's killing it over there with Carolina. Did you know that we could have gotten him for the same amount of money that we paid? I forgot this kid's name, the one that we picked up from the Rams. That wasn't a good decision. And when we brought in D4, now I understand. We didn't know D4 was going to have a back problem and was going to miss games. But we had the opportunity to get the kid that went to Tampa. The linebacker that is in Tampa right now, we could have had him instead of D Ford. And we could have had Ruddick instead of Sampson. Thank you, guys. Instead of Sampson. So that, right, my friend, I question John Lynch and Adam Peters. I'm questioning that moves because both of those defenders that we did not get are smack. Can you imagine? I'm trying to think of the kid that went to Tampa Bay. Imagine if we had him and we had Ruddock on the 49ers instead of D Ford and Sampson. Again, we don't live on the what ifs. It is what, but I'm stating is that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan and Adam Peters, you know, they have to be held accountable on bringing in personnel. What is up, La Ramilia Sports Report? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry to hear about your receiver, Robert Woods. Again, I may not like the Rams. I may not like the Cowboys, but as a human being, whenever a person gets hurt and it's a season-ending injury, it's nothing to take lightly. So I am truly praying for a speedy recovery for Robert Woods. I wish him the best in his recovery. The Rams will miss him for sure. That is definitely a blow to that offense. Christian Carver, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. We're missing Greenlaw. Yes, Khalil. Yes, we are definitely missing Greenlaw. Fred Warner is a complete, total different linebacker when he's playing alongside Greenlaw. They complement each other. Greenlaw and Fred Warner complement each other. Fred Warner cannot wait for Greenlaw to get back in the lineup. I guarantee you that. Aziz missed a tackle. He missed quite a few, but I hear what you're saying. Versus Arizona on a 3rd and 18. Greenlaw more than likely makes that play. 100% agree with you. Greenlaw would have made that play. You know who else was missed on that defense? You know, it's funny how a lot of Niner fans, they don't like this player. They don't like that player. Oh, this player is no good. You know who was really, really missed on that defense against the Cardinals? One player by the name of Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward was definitely missed in that secondary. If you watch the All 22, you're going to see that Wilson is trash. Wilson is trash. A lot of those plays that Wilson gave up on, Jimmy Ward wouldn't. So for a lot of the 49ers that said, oh, Jimmy Ward should be traded, he should be let go because he's not a ball hawk. Listen, Jimmy Ward is underrated. Very underrated safety that does a lot for our secondary. I don't know about you, but Jimmy Ward was truly missed. This defense wasn't a bad defense because of D'Amico Ryans not coaching it properly. It was a bad defense because of bad tackling for one, and the absence of Jimmy Ward, in my humble opinion. He's definitely was missed. Ecobomb, yes. Thank you. Yeah, Samson. What is going on, Jag? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit the like button for me. Make sure you smash the like button for me. Hey, Niner Sickness, I wipe my feet. Oh, there you go. My apologies. Niner Faithful, hit that button, like button, and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Could we put Jalen Moore at right guard and Brunskill at right tackle? I would love, this is what I would love to do. I would love to put Aaron Banks at right guard and put Jalen Moore at right tackle. That's what I would love to do. Put your second round pick. This is what blows me away, ladies and gentlemen. This is what got me puzzled with the front office. You got a second round pick in Aaron Banks. You got a third round pick, which, if I may remind you, we moved up into the third round to draft, and Trey Sermon, running back out of Ohio. Why aren't these two people playing football? Why isn't Aaron Banks a second round pick and a third round pick in the lineup? I just don't understand that. Can you guys help me understand that? How are you going to have a second round pick in Aaron Banks? Did they make a mistake in drafting him and they just don't want to admit it? Because if you guys recall, we could have taken the corner. My God. I can't think of his name, but his dad played football for the Patriots and the Eagles. Asante Samuel. We could have taken Asante Samuel Jr. instead of Aaron Banks. And we chose to move down. We chose to move down in the second round, therefore giving up Asante Samuel to the other team that took him before us. I think the Niners got stupid. This is my opinion. The Niners wanted Asante Samuel, but they wanted their cake and they wanted to eat it as well. They wanted to get more draft pick and still take Asante Samuel, in my theory. I can be totally wrong, but that's my theory and I'm sticking with it. They wanted Asante Samuel, but they wanted more draft picks. And they were hoping that he will fall into their lap. And he happened to be taken one pick before the Niners. And they settled for Aaron Banks. That's just my theory. What do you guys think? Welcome. Make sure you hit the like button for me, guys. Jimmy Ward, he is the leader of this defense. Yes, he is a very much leader of this defense. Absolutely can agree with you there. David Williams says, did you see York say down, John? And did you see York say down? I don't quite understand your statement there, David. Was he treating John and Kyle like a dog? Sit down. Get down, boy. Down, boy. Down, John. Down, John. Down, Kyle. Kyle, sit. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That is funny, though. Agreed. Hufanga would have played better if Ward was out there. Yes, sir. Ward is very underrated. Yes, he is. Ward still starts against Ward will start against the Rams, so that will be bright spot on a national television. Very much, we need him. We need Ward out there. Very much. Let's see here. I agree 100%. Banks and Moore can't do worse than Brunskill. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolutely. And at least if Banks and Moore does worse, they're rookies. They're rookies, right? But Brunskill and Compton, for the love of God, I don't want to see that. Against Von Miller? Against Floyd? Imagine if they move AD on that side. OMG. Luke Luna is in the house. What's up, Luke Luna? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure to see you, man. Much love and respect for my boy, Luke Luna. He says DJ Jones is good. I like DJ. I do. I have his jersey. Matter of fact, I was wearing it yesterday. He gets pushed around, but he's definitely better than Streets and Kevin Givens for sure. So if you ask me, this is my opinion. The three best offensive linemen we have right now is Bosa, Armstead, and Jones. Asante Samuel, yes, sir. Yes, Asante Samuel, that is correct. This organization said they want to fix their weaknesses this offseason, and they drafted players, but Kyle is not even playing them. They need the reps, not sitting on the... Exactly. One of the things that bothers me with the 49ers, that we don't develop players. We don't. How can you develop a player if he's sitting on the bench? I mean, what has Trey Sermon done that we get the assumption that he's not a good player? And I don't want to hear that Trey Sermon can't pick up the offense. He played a lot of outside zone in Ohio State. So it's just, I don't understand. I mean, what did he do? Did he try to pick up on Kyle Shanahan's wife? I mean, I just don't understand the reason why Trey Sermon is not playing football. And if you have a big body like Aaron Banks, why is he not in the lineup? These are the things that we need to question Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Yes, Kyle is a great play caller. Yes, Kyle can play he can make some great plays. Misdirections. He gets a lot of defenses on their heels. Kyle's good about that. But Kyle sometimes cannot manage a team. This is why, in my personal opinion, in Niner Sickness opinion, Kyle has too much responsibility on his plate. He has too much responsibility on his plate. He needs to learn how to delegate some of that responsibility over to Mike McDaniel. Give some of that responsibility, Kyle, to Mike McDaniel and get back to what got you the job in the first place. Play calling. Kyle has so much on his plate that it bleeds into his play calling. Kyle needs to give that responsibility, a lot of that responsibility, to Mike McDaniels and get back to your bread and butter, which got you the job as a head coach in the first place. Coach. Just coach, Kyle. That's just my opinion. Hufanga is lacking speed. Yes, one thing about Hufanga, his speed is not there, but he is a great hitter, and he's a great complement to someone like Jimmy Ward. But that is an area of lacking for Hufanga is his speed. You are 100% correct there, Mr. Rios. Niner sickness. Why can't Lenore get on the field? Those are the questions that is truly puzzling to me. Avery Thomas, especially Lenore, he started the season with us. Yes, he got burnt in a few plays, but he's a rookie. You're going to tell me, and I'm not referring to you, Young, I'm talking about in general. You're going to tell me that these two old guys in Norman and Kirkpatrick are any better than Lenore? I mean, think about it. It's not like we're asking Lenore to replace Richard Sherman. If Richard Sherman was on the roster, you play Richard Sherman, right? But freaking Norman and Kirkpatrick are no Richard Sherman. They are not doing anything particularly well. Why not just put Lenore in the lineup? At least Lenore would have not gotten a fight with the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. He wouldn't have cost the Niners 15 yards in a penalty, in a bonehead penalty. So you ask me, why in the world is Lenore not playing and you got Kirkpatrick or Josh Norman out there? Head scratchers, brother. Head scratchers. Okay, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Truly appreciate you, man. You have a wonderful, blessed evening. Enjoy your Sunday tomorrow. Watch some football. And let's go and get a W on Monday night. God bless you, brother. Kyle Shanahan is is the boogeyman and punks all of the front office. At least that's how it looks. Excuse me. I think Kyle Shanahan just has too much responsibility and is given too much responsibility. John Lynch needs to step up. You know what? Forget about John Lynch. Jed York, the owner, the CAO. Maybe, I mean, I know his mom owns the team, but come on, let's be 100% real. The mom owns it on paper, but Jed York, this is his team. Get out of your comfort zone. Get in Kyle's face and tell Kyle, get back to coaching. Get your head out of your butt, Kyle, and get back to coaching. We need Jed York to step up and talk to Kyle. Tanisha, how you doing, Tanisha? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. At what point do we start Lenore, Banks, Lance, Thomas, Sermon, and also give Mitchell more carries? Well, the Trey Lance, I'm still kind of on the fence a little bit. I mean, we are still technically in contention for that 7th spot in the wild card. Say what you will about Jimmy G, but this game against Arizona wasn't lost because of Jimmy. Now, Jimmy did throw an interception, but he did that, and I'm not excusing it, but he did that in garbage time. It was truly garbage time at that point. Overall, Jimmy played well. So I would still tend to stick with Jimmy unless Jimmy screws it all up, then you put Trey. But to me, whether you agree or not, to me, Jimmy didn't do bad enough to be replaced. But I agree. Where's Lenore? Where's Banks? Where's Sherman? Where's Avery Thomas? Those are valid questions, Jack. Very valid question. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Make sure you guys hit the like button and show your boy Niner Sickness some love. I would appreciate that. Show me some of that love by hitting that like button. And if you're watching me on Facebook and you're not following me on YouTube, could you guys do me a favor and show me some love on YouTube by going to YouTube, subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell, and help me grow my YouTube channel by attending YouTube for me. Appreciate that. Joyce, welcome to the show. Good evening. Says, might as well play those players they drafted. How you going to know how they will do in real game? Play them. We can't do any worse than we did against the Cardinals. I am frustrated. Niners for life, though. I love it, Joyce. You are showing your frustration. You are showing how frustrated you are, but you're still faithful and dedicated to your team. But you make a very valid point, Joyce. We cannot do no worse with Lenore than we're doing with Josh Norman or Kirkpatrick. And why isn't Trey Sermon running the ball? What in the world is he doing in practice that Kyle just can't trust? They're head scratchers. Oh no, here we go. My boy, my brother from another mother, the one, the only, the nice looking guy in the world, Kyle Benson. What's up, my brother? This dude right here, huge Minnesota Vikings fan, loves his Vikings, lovable gentleman, great husband, great father. I truly respect and love this gentleman, and I'm honored each and every time you stop by and say hello to my channel. Kyle Benson, you're the man, brother. Says, looking fly, brother. What's good, Beto? I'm just having a good Saturday evening. My house is warm. Have the central heating going on. The wife had enough of me. She's like, get away from me. She's doing her own thing. I'm like, I put on my poncho that I've been wearing for the day. I say, you know what? I'm going to go live and I'm going to talk to the fine people on social media. Whether you're 49er fans or you're a Viking fan or whatever team. Rams fan, I completely appreciate and enjoy talking to all of you. Dina says, how do we know what we have if we can't see these guys play? Not having Lenore, Sermon, and others in kind of hurts us. We need to see what we got. Warming a bench is no good. They're not drafted to be bench warmers. That's absolutely 100%, Dina. They were not drafted to... Let's see who is the best bench warmer. Who has the warmest butt? They were drafted to play. Especially when you draft that high. When you draft in the second round and you draft high in the third round, especially when you trade into the third round, you're right. Why aren't we playing these guys? Jones says, Lenore and Thomas starting this week. Well, not necessarily they're starting, unless you heard something that I didn't. For what I heard from Kyle Shanahan said that they are confident. They are confident to know that if they need to start and bring in, not start, but bring in Lenore or Thomas, they will do so. They have been practicing well, supposedly, where if they are called upon, Kyle is confident in bringing in Thomas or Lenore. But I didn't hear them they're going to start. Unless you heard something that I did not, please clarify. Javier Rio says, rumor is that Sermon always drops the ball in practice. That is a possibility. But you still got to give them a chance, though. I know players that do a lot of things in practice that they don't do it in the real games. Maybe under the limelights, maybe under a real game, he plays better. I hear what you're saying, Javier. If that's the case, that is a problem. But I still say you have to give the kid a chance. How much blame should there be on the assistant coaches? We forgot how to tackle. We made James Conner look like Barry Sanders. That was tough, Jay. That was, man. You're 100%. James Conner is not a bad back. Okay. But oh my God, he's not an elite running back. The Niners' bad tackling definitely made James Conner look better than what he truly is. Now, I don't like to compare him, especially to Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is like, it's an insult. I know you're making a point, but to me, it's an insult to Barry Sanders to even put him in the same sentence. But our defense and bad tackling definitely made James Conner look better than what he really is, for sure. What do you all think about the Rams signing Odell Beckham Jr.? It wasn't a bad move. Now, Odell Beckham Jr. is not the same player that he has been in the past. Okay, he's not the same elite player. Can he still help out? Yes. Now, they had Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp playing good football. And they brought him to be that third receiver, Tanisha. But now, with unfortunately the injury that took, I don't know if you're aware of this, Tanisha, but Robert Woods unfortunately suffered a season-ending injury, an ACL, yesterday's practice. And he is no longer going to be on the team this year. So now, OBJ went from being that third receiver to going to be that number 2 receiver for the Rams. Is he good enough to replace the production they were getting from Robert Woods? That we would have to wait and see. Seahawk Eddie. What's going on, Seahawk Eddie? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Hey, is Russell Wilson starting for your team tomorrow against the Packers? Is he? I seen him practice. Is he healthy again? And if he is, then you guys definitely have a good chance of beating the Packers tomorrow. Rams house. Whose house? Rams house. What's going on, Niner Sickness? So sad. I lost my favorite player, Robert Woods. Yes, again, I'm not a Rams fan, obviously, but I am a football fan. I do love football, and I love to watch individual players play well. I do. Call me crazy, but when I see the Rams play other teams except ours, and certain players play very well, it's enjoyment to watch. When Robert Woods is making these crazy ass catches, I love it. I don't like the Rams, but I like those individual players. So when a player goes down, I don't care what team they play for. It is a sad, sad moment. Not only for the player and their family, for their organization, and for the fan base. Robert Woods is definitely going to be missed this season. Hopefully OBJ can step up and try to at least do half of that what Robert Woods was doing there, Ram House. Sorry about your player, brother. Scott Hill. What's going on, Scott Hill? What's up, bro? Hope your evening is well. Disappointed all the way around. Yeah, I hear you, Scott. Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome. I hear you. But you know what? Let's keep it real. We're not a really good football team right now. But we're not out of contention. We still are fighting for that seventh spot. Excuse me. We got to continue to fight. We can't give up on our team. We cannot give up as badly as the Niners have played. We haven't won at home in how long? We cannot give up on our 49ers. We have to stay positive. We have to believe. And we have to bring in that energy that the 49ers need, that positivity. Let's be positive. Let's believe in Kyle. Let's believe in Jimmy G. Let's believe that we're going to beat the Rams on Monday Night Football. One game at a time. One game at a time. Javier Rio says, well, honestly, we should be playing all our rookies rather than being on the bench. Yeah, I agree. Again, I want to see Trey Lance play eventually. I do get a little bit emotional with the Jimmy G and the Trey Lance. The fan of me, the drama person in me wants Trey Lance. Yeah, just, you know what? Screw it. Just put Trey Lance. But the other side of me, the one that is calm and understands football, says, no, keep playing Jimmy right now. Jimmy gives us the best chance to win right now. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. I know a lot of people really, really want Trey. But do you want Trey in because you believe in your heart that he does give us the better chance of winning? Or do you want Trey because you are just fed up with Jimmy and you don't want to see Jimmy no more? Because that should not be a reason why to bring in a rookie just because you're fed up about the starter, in my opinion. Joe. How you doing, Joe? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy? Russell is playing tomorrow. Okay. Finally, you'll be able to see some good quarterback play. Although, what's his name didn't do too bad. But Russell is definitely a more funner player to watch. So, beat the Packers, man. Luke Luna says, I didn't want OBJ, but he's not what he was. Agreed, Luna. But my guess is he will play better and have more of an impact with the Rams. Just a hunch. Well, now, especially now that Robert Woods. Now, let me ask you, Luna. Is it more of a benefit for OBJ now that Robert Woods is out? Do you think OBJ will play better now that Robert Woods is out for the season? Or do you think that losing Robert Woods right now hurts OBJ? Because OBJ comes in as a third receiver Now he's going to be that second receiver that they're going to depend on. So I'm curious, does the loss of Robert Woods hurt or benefit OBJ with the Rams? Turnovers are just killing us in crucial points in the game. When playing an explosive offense, it is more important than ever that we control the time of possession. We have to stop the penalties. You know what, brother? That is so true. This is why I say we're a bad team right now. Because penalties are killing us. The Josh Norman penalty, I cannot stress enough. What a bonehead play that was in behalf of Josh Norman. The penalties definitely need to stop. Kyle says, how is Josh Norman looking? Now, I don't know if you're asking me sincerely because you don't know or you're being sarcastic, but just the fact that I had to ask you this question should tell you how he's doing. Kyle Benson, you, my friend, could play better at corner than Norman. You. As big as I am, I can play better at corner than Josh Norman. He is trash with a capital T. We need to do what Tennessee did to the Rams. Hope our Niners watch that tape. They're definitely going to look at it. You got to believe that Kyle Shanahan and DeMeco Ryans will look at that tape and see what worked for Tennessee and what didn't. Most definitely. Is Aaron Rodgers playing tomorrow? I don't think he is. The last thing I heard, Tanisha, that he's not playing tomorrow. He's not. So it's going to be Love. Dr. Love will be at quarterback again for the Packers. Unless something changed that I didn't hear. But the last time I checked, Aaron Rodgers was not playing tomorrow. We didn't need the rental. And next year, there will be better options than OBJ. Healthier, younger receiver. Yeah, the 49ers definitely did not need OBJ. Honestly, I don't even think the Rams needed him. Now they do because of what happened, unfortunately, to Robert Woods. But at the time that they signed him, they didn't truly need him either. They were just adding more firepower to a team that is poised to make the playoffs and probably go deep into the playoffs. But you're right, Luke. I don't think the Niners needed a rental either, especially not for the money that the Rams are paying OBJ. I think, what is it, $4.5 million for half a season? That's a lot of money, man. That's mucho dinero. Niner faithful in the house. Make sure you hit that like button for me, brother. Wipe your feet. This is most likely not going to happen, but a dream scenario, for me in the offense season is for us to either sign Tyrann Mathieu or Stephon Gilmore to fix this secondary, which neither one are available. But because you said dream scenario, hey, let's be honest. If we're dreaming, just dreaming, why not sign both of them? Forget about one over the other. I would love to bring the Honey Badger and Gilmore into the squad. Aaron Rodgers is playing. Oh, he is playing tomorrow? Okay. All right. Thank you for that. And from there you go, Tanisha. Clarification came. Aaron Rodgers is playing. So you got Aaron Rodgers and you got Russell Wilson. both starting for their respective teams. So that'll be a good game for sure tomorrow. It could go two ways. Losing Woods allows teams to lock down on OBJ, where he would have had options to run free with other two, taking the pressure. The flip side to that argument is to be continued. Just wipe my feet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, brother. He should be suspended. Are you talking about Josh Norman? Hey, Beto. Oh, excuse me. Hey, bro, does Jimmy really give us the best chance to win? I haven't seen it. Well, let's just look at the Bears game and let's just look at the Arizona game. What did Jimmy do to really let us believe that he can win games for us? What did Jimmy do that you can say, you know what? There's no way we can win games with Jimmy. Absolutely. Now, Jimmy is not mobile, but he's smart. He gets rid of the ball quickly. And he can throw the deep ball. We've seen that. Right? So, to answer your question, Scott, does he really give us the best chance to win? I think so. No, that's just my opinion. He doesn't hurt us. And again, I'm the type of person that really believes in continue to develop Trey Lance. Now, people have the understanding that how do you develop a player if he's not on the field? True. I mean, arguments can go both ways. Trey can learn and be better being on the... Listen, the conversation between Alex Smith and Steve Young on ESPN. I don't know if you guys got the opportunity to watch that little clip. But there was a clip between Steve Young and Alex Smith. Steve Young was very adamant about starting Trey. You learn by starting. That's what Steve Young said. You become better and you know who you are by starting and taking your lumps. Alex Smith was saying he felt that you can become better by learning the aspect of football first, how things work, and then going onto the field. And the truth is, both of them work. I mean, Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for 1 year, right? Jimmy sat behind Tom Brady. Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. And believe it or not, even Steve Young sat behind Joe Montana. So, is there something about sitting behind a good player? Now, this is the argument people make. Jimmy is not good enough to teach Trey. Jimmy is not Brett Favre to Rodgers. Jimmy is not Alex Smith to Patrick Mahomes. And those are very true points. But I believe the less a quarterback has to think on the field, the better. The less the quarterback has to kind of figure out, the better. Right now, Trey is so raw that in that game against Arizona, you saw his feet was happy. He had happy feet. He was indecisive. Should I run? Should I pass? All those running plays that he did against Arizona, I don't know if you knew this, but only 8 or 9 of those were designed runs. Which means is he chose to run for the most part. I just think the more he feels comfortable, the more things slow down for him, the better for Trey. And if Jimmy can play and if Jimmy can win, I'm not saying Jimmy's the better quarterback. Trey Lance is. But if Jimmy can win for us and Trey can continue to develop, why not? I know that was a long-winded answer, Scott, but I just wanted to answer that question for you. Luke Luna says, they will fast track him to have more of an impact and stronger routes. That's being said. With that being said, he may not be able to handle the workload because he's injured a lot. Okay, so we're still talking about OBJ for him. Niner says, Tyron, not a free agent after this season. We should give the ball to George Kittle. Trey Lance is really good and so is Jimmy. We got to have faith in Jimmy so that we can win games. Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. He's just not our guy. Jimmy, that is. Jimmy is not our guy for the future. But you're what it is you're investing into the future. You're developing Trey. Trey is learning the offense. Trey is learning what to do and what not to do from Jimmy's mistakes. All I'm saying is if Jimmy can win. Now, the game against Arizona, that game wasn't lost because of Jimmy. Now, if we would have lost that game strictly on Jimmy, then absolutely, I agree with you guys. Take out Jimmy and put in Trey Lance. Let's give the kid a chance. But can you guys truly argue with me that we lost the game against Arizona because of Jimmy? I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to bring up an argument that we could have lost that game because of Jimmy. Avatar, how you doing, brother? Welcome. If Rams try, make sure you hit that like button for me. If the Rams try to force the ball to OBJ, then we have a chance for an INT because there will be miscommunication and understanding of the playbook. Now the Rams are in a situation that they're going to have to force OBJ to play more and play more quicker than they would have if Robert Woods, did not get hurt. I don't think Aaron should be suspended. Oh, that's what you guys talking about, suspension. If that's who you're talking about, he allegedly doesn't have to tell people if he... Well, see, this is what... Okay, we can get in an argument here. I am a supporter of him not wanting to take them. No, again, this is the problem, Luke. And please correct me if I'm wrong. You are 100%. If he doesn't want to take the vaccination, he is entitled not to do so. Nothing wrong with that. 100% correct. Nothing wrong with him not taking the vaccination. But when he makes other people believe that he has been vaccinated when he wasn't, and he puts other people in risk, that's not cool. Because after games, he hugs people, he talks to people, and these people think that he's vaccinated. I can't pronounce that. That he's taking the shot. When in reality, he didn't. So there's nothing wrong with not taking the shot. You don't have to take it, but you got to be honest and follow protocol. It's like he wants not to be, he doesn't want to be vaccinated, but yet he doesn't want to follow the protocol either. To me, that sounds like a spoiled brat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that sound like a spoiled brat? Like he's entitled. It sounds like entitlement. It sounds like he's entitled. I'm not going to take the vaccination, but I'm going to let people believe that I am because I don't want to follow protocol. So, to your point, I'm a supporter of people not taking it either. But if you're not going to take it, let people know you're not taking it and follow protocol. The part that he lied is the problem, in my opinion. The Rams have Cooper Kupp. They're not going to force the ball. No, but they're going to give the ball to OBJ more now than they would have if Robert Woods was playing in the lineup. So from that perspective, I believe people say he will be forced the ball more. I am pretty confident that if Ayuk and Kittle had it fumbled, we probably score at least 10 points. Would have changed the moment. Yes. And we would have ran the ball more. We would have ran the ball more. We would have stuck to the run. The fact that Ayuk fumbled the ball, turned it over, the fact that Kittle turned the ball over, it wasn't neither one of their faults, really. Especially Kittle. It wasn't his fault. It got punched out. The defender made a better play. But you're right. If those were not fumbles and we would have scored, we would have been able to stay with the game plan and we would have continued to run the ball. But the fact that we lost those two balls quickly and there were turnovers and they were turned into points for the other team, it forced Kyle Shanahan to abandon the run and do more play and put the ball in Jimmy's hands, which is never always a good idea. Joey, what's up, Joey? Welcome to the stream, brother. This is division rival time, baby. We're going to shock the Rams. Watch. They think they beefed up, but Stafford is sitting duck. Stafford in trouble in this one. We're going to smack the Rams. I ain't even tripping. I love the attitude, Joey. One thing we know for sure, that we play the Rams very well. Kyle Shanahan always seems to outcoach Sean McVay. It almost seems like Sean McVay tries to do too much, right? It seems like Sean McVay tries to do too much. He wants to impress his teacher. The student wants to do better than the teacher, and sometimes he makes mistakes. I feel confident playing the Rams, only for the fact that last year, and I say it again, I said it once and I'll say it again. When we played the Rams last year, the second time, we played them with a bunch of backups, correct? I believe it was Nick Mullins or C.J. Beathard, which both of them were terrible quarterbacks. We had backups everywhere, and yet we still beat the Rams at their house. So we always play the Rams well. So as long as the Niners can do their job, and who cares what the Rams did? I'm keeping it honest. Who cares who they brought in? If the Niners can play 49ers football, we have a great chance on beating the Rams. I hit the like as soon as I joined. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Jimmy did his part in our, yes, he did. 100% agreed. He should be suspended. You're talking about Aaron Rodgers? Again, Luke Luna says that I agree with Luke Luna to a point, but I believe that if Aaron Rodgers does not want to get the vaccine, that is fine. That's his. He's entitled to that. But don't be dishonest about it. You know what I mean? Don't make people believe that you were vaccinated when you haven't. That's just straight up messed up. Joe, what's up, bro? I'm doing good. Just kicking it, bro. Having a good time with you guys, talking 49er football. Enjoying my evening on a nice, cozy, warm home. Blessed to have a roof over my head. Blessed that I have internet that works. Sorry if you talked about this already. But what's your thought on Emory and the North starting on Monday? Now, again, unless please correct me on this, anyone. I don't think Kyle said that they're starting on Monday. I thought what I heard, and maybe I'm wrong. I heard that they are comfortable for what they've seen in practice from Lenore and Emery, that if they are called upon, they feel comfortable in bringing them in. But I never heard them saying, Kyle said that they're going to be the starting corners for us. Was there something that I missed? Please please clear that for me, someone. Well, isn't the vaccination supposed to protect those who took it? Because if anything, Rodgers is only putting himself. No. Because you can be a carrier of the virus and not affect you. Like I can carry the virus, for example, and not feel no symptoms. I can be a carrier of the virus. I can have no symptoms at all. And I can be passing it to people. I can be giving it to people. So if I tell people, oh, don't worry, I've been vaccinated and I haven't, well, people are not going to wear the mask in front of me because they feel that, okay, they're protected and they're at risk. So you can be a carrier of the virus and not know it. So all I'm saying is this. If you want the vaccine, great. If you don't want to take it, that's fine too. But just be honest with everybody. No, I haven't taken it. I'm going to follow protocols. Yes, I took it. Why lie about it? That's all I'm saying. Why lie about something? You know, it's like me saying, I'm a 49er fan, but I'm over here rooting for the Raiders. What the hell? Yeah, I'm a Niner fan. Yes, go Niners. And then on Sundays, I'm watching Raider games. Why not just say I'm a Raider fan? I know it's not the same thing. I know it's totally different, but you know my point. You know my point. Don't get crazy. Don't get crazy, Luke. Alan Salas, how you doing, brother, from another mother? Sorry to hear about your Rams, bro. Truly, truly sorry to hear about what happened to Robert Woods. I love watching Robert Woods play. I think he's one hell of a receiver. His production will be missed, most definitely. I pray for a quick and speedy recovery for Robert Woods, for him and his family. I don't wish injury upon any player from any team. I love to watch players play. I may not like the team they play for, but I love to watch players play. That's the whole thing about football, is to enjoy the best of the best do their thing. So my condolences to the injury of Robert Woods, Alan. OBJ confirmed playing this Monday. Apparently he lit it up in practice and wowed McVay and players. Now we all know this, Alan. Practice is practice, and the real game is the real game. He's going to have to carry that over to the real game. But if he's doing good in practice, that is definitely a good sign for the Rams. You definitely want to hear that than hear that he's not doing good. Ed Dominguez in the house. What's up, Ed Dominguez? How you doing, sir? Good evening, good evening. What's good? Presidential, gold-blooded, royalty, and loyalty. Gold Rush 49. I love it. I love it. I love it. Welcome to the show, brother. Shani can outcoach Sean with a little less talent roster. But this roster we have is overmatched. Sorry. Not winning this game. I can't argue. I can't argue with you. I really can't. We have a bad roster right now. I mean, we're not playing good football. We're hurt on the right side of the offensive line. But I'm still confident that we can win this game. Confident enough to put money? No. But I'm confident that if the Niners play 49er football, that Kyle Shanahan can outcoach Sean McVay. But it's going to be tough. The Rams that we're facing Monday night are not the same Rams we faced last year. But the fact that we have beaten them twice the last 2 years with a bad roster is a little bit of encouragement for me and for a lot of us going into Monday night. Kirkpatrick is out. Good. That's good news. I heard Kirkpatrick is out for you mean against the Rams. And Avery will fill in for him. Well, you got to remember, you got Emmanuel Mosley on the other side. And the starter was Josh Norman. And between Avery Thomas and Lenore, I'm a little bit more confident in Lenore. I would love to see Lenore start. Unless Avery Thomas has been showing something in practice that we haven't seen, that Kyle Shanahan feels and DeMeco Ryan feels that he's a little bit ahead of Lenore, then I'm okay with that. But based on what I've seen, it should be Lenore over Emery. But one thing we can agree on, neither Kirkpatrick or Norman should start for sure. Okay, an ankle injury. Pero the Rams are going to dominate on Monday. Niners at home. Is it? Well, we're going to have to wait and see on that, Alan. Well, I don't know about. Listen, Vegas is not stupid. Okay, Vegas is not dumb. Vegas has the Rams at 3.5 point. They had them at 4. They dropped to 3.5 point favorites over the Niners. Now they are favorites, and they should be, even though they're playing in Santa Clara. But I think this game is going to be closer than when people think it is. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Kyle Shanahan really coaches very well against the Rams. Now, we are lacking personnel, so can it be a blowout? Possibly. Do I think it's going to be? Not. I don't think it's going to be a dominant. The Rams are just going to dominate against the Niners. I'm sorry, I can't agree on that, and I'm being honest. Do the Rams have a better chance of winning? Yes, they do. I'm not going to argue that. The Rams do have a better chance of winning, but they're going to dominate. That to me has to be seen and not said. We'll have to kind of revisit this after the game and see how true or false your statement is, Brother Allen. Only time will tell. We'll see on Monday night after the game. That is true, though, because he has to travel outside the team and everything. But in the Aaron being vaccinated doesn't stop the carrying of the virus. So stop him from getting it or anyone else. Honestly, I don't know how the vaccination. I'm not vaccinated myself. I'm not vaccinated and I'm not getting the vaccine. And I'm diabetic. I just stay away from people, to be honest with you. And I wear my mask and I wash my hands. I do what I have to do, but I don't know. This whole virus thing is crazy. All I'm saying is this: whether people can get it or not, Luke. At the end of the day, is this, Aaron? Can we agree on this? Aaron should have just been honest. That's it. Be an honest man. If you're not vaccinated, say you're not vaccinated. That's all. Regardless of whether he's a carrier or not, whether he can give it to other people or not, that's all irrelevant. If you're not vaccinated, say you're not. And if you are, say that you are. That's just the bottom line, in my opinion. Can we agree on that? I guess protocol is protocol, though. He needs to act. Yes, there you go. Correctly. Protocol is protocol. And if you can, as a leader, as a leader of the team, imagine he is the quarterback. He's the leader of the team. He doesn't do it. Now you have other players not doing it either, and it's just not a good example as a leader of their team. I think the Rams are going to try to put pressure on Jimmy, so I hope we call more screens and misdirections plays to upset the blitzes. We have to stay committed to the run. 110% agree with you, Jag. Because of the lack of playing on the right tackle, we're definitely going to have to do a lot of screens and misdirections to keep AD, Von Miller, and Floyd honest. Now, it doesn't mean that every screen is going to work. It doesn't mean that every misdirection is going to work, but you got to continue to do it. You got to keep that defense honest, and 110% agree. Regardless, we got to run the ball. Run, run, run. So I agree with you 100% there, brother. I believe so. I believe they have, but let's see. I know people go by history, right? If we go by history, then Alan, if we go strictly by history, then the Rams are losing on Monday. They're losing, right? Because history says that we beat you guys the last 4 times we played, right? So if we go based on history, then the Niners are winning. All said and done. But that's not the case. So whether the Niners or Shanahan has won on Monday nights before, it has nothing to do with this Monday night. Nothing. That is all for content creators to talk about. It's all just for conversation wise. But just because he has or he hasn't won on a Monday night has nothing to do whether he can win or not win this game. Right? Because if we go based on history, then the Niners already won. They're going to beat the Rams, and thank you for watching the game. Have a good night. But that's not the case. I think the Niners can win, but with this O-line, that has me worried. You're right, especially on the right side. Even if Jalen Moore gets moved to the right tackle, do you guys know that he'll be playing right tackle for the very first time in his career? He'll be playing right tackle for the very first time in his career. There's going to be bumps for him. So your worry is justified, Luke Luna, in my opinion. Definitely justified. Fernando is in the house. Fernando, make sure you hit the like button for me. Smash that like button for me. I would appreciate it. Thank you, sir. We are going to win Monday night. Watch. I love it. Straight up statement. Should be suspended at least 6 games. Thank you for hitting that, Fernando. Thank you. Me too, Beto. This idea that Joe Biden said we need to protect the vaccinated from the unvaccinated is just bogus. Because isn't that what the vaccine is for? Yeah, I mean, you would think, right? What's the whole point of taking the vaccine if it's not going to protect you? It's just a crazy world, bro. I'm not going to get into politics, but it's just a way of government trying to take control of the people. That's just me, but that's a whole different topic for a different type of live. Maybe we should start a thing on YouTube between me and you, Luna, and talk about stuff like that, bro. That's an idea, isn't it? Joy says, keep the run game going. Not run, throw. Let's run. Yeah. We all know that the running game opens up the play action. It allows Jimmy to do what Jimmy does best. We got to stay committed. Now, I understand why Kyle abandoned the run against Arizona. Those 2 turnovers really, really hurt us and changed the game plan. And now Kyle had no choice but to play catch up and had to put the responsibility on on Jimmy's arm. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I saw that. Thank you. If the Niners lose on Monday, this is the season over, and is the season over? Not quite. And is Trey Lance gonna be the full-time starter moving forward? Honestly, again, Alan, and let's see if you can agree with me on this. Win or lose. Okay, win or lose. And we're talking about just the Trey Lance situation, okay? Whether we win or we lose against the Rams on Monday night, what I see from Jimmy G. If Jimmy G plays his butt off, if his completions are good, if he delivers the ball, if Jimmy G does everything he has to do, but we lose, why in the world should we bring in Trey Lance? You stick with, just because we lose, you don't get rid of Jimmy. Now, if we lose the game, if we had the chance to win, but we didn't because Jimmy blew it, then we can get into the discussion. All right, maybe now it's time to bring in Trey Lance. So to me, the whole Trey Lance is not based on whether we win or lose on Monday night. It's on whether how good or bad Jimmy G plays. And if he's the reason why we lost this game, then absolutely we should start Trey going forward. Now, regarding about giving up on the season, I don't think, it all depends. If the Vikings lose tomorrow, if the Panthers lose tomorrow, Allen, and we lose on Monday night, we are still in contention for that 7th spot. So there's a lot of factors that have to take place in order for us to say that our season's over. We don't quite know that yet. We have to wait and see what the Panthers and the Vikings in Atlanta does. Because if they all lose and we lose, we're in the same boat that we are this week. I hope that makes sense. I think Jalen Moore starts a left guard for Tomlinson because he's going to ask for the bag. But you mean going forward, not necessarily for this game against the Rams. Trent should be good. I think McClinchy stays, and they need to bring in someone at right guard. Okay. Now, has Jalen Moore played guard before? I'm not sure if he has. That's why I'm asking. But you're talking more about into the future. Got you, bro. I hear you. I'm pretty confident that Jalen Moore can do a better job at right tackle than Tom. You know what? Very good point there, Jag. Very good point. Is a very athletic young player. Might get beat on some plays, but he has played well against Buckner. I like your statement, brother. I love it. Brunskill is okay, but you always want to get better. And if they can improve at right guard, they should. Maybe Banks will be ready, but still they do it. That's the whole point, though. I wish Aaron Banks, that's the reason why he was drafted, right? That's the reason why we took Aaron. I'm telling you, the Niners wanted Asante Samuels, but John Lynch got cute, decided to drop down, get some capital, and hoping that Asante Samuel would have fell into their lap. And it almost happened. But he was taken, I believe, by the Chargers one spot before our pick. So we had no choice but to go in a different direction. They should have just taken Asante Samuel. And right now he would desperately would have been the better choice. Especially the fact that Aaron Banks is not even on the field. So, anyway, guys, it's been about an hour and 37 minutes on this beautiful Saturday night. You guys have been amazing. Thank you guys for all the questions. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for spending your afternoon with me, hanging out with your boy Niner Sickness. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. Everything that I do would not be what it is without you, the viewers. Thank you for liking. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Love each and every one of you. Does anyone know if they announce who will start? No, not yet. I think they will announce that. Remember, we play Monday night. So they're probably going to announce that tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow, Jag. All right, guys. Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Until the next show, I am your boy, Niner Sickness. God bless you. Good night. And let's go Niners, baby. Oh.